at least maybe half of what's going on. All right, I guess we're live. Well, welcome to Sound Series, the second show. I am Jake LaMore, or you might know me as Jacques LaMore. That's not really important because tonight is about a band here from Kankakee, one of the greatest alternative indie rock bands to come out of the area, and that is Carrying Torches. So I'm pretty much just going to go ahead and hand it over to them. So enjoy, and we'll be chatting later with the band, do a little interview, and there will also be a little break in between that as well. So enjoy Carrying Torches.
Let the vultures above go hungry. Let the sky drench the dry, drive the dust away. I've read the vultures above me. Now I'm ready. Whoa. You're born, you're welcome. Make promises to the monsters in your thoughts. Take anything, take anything for it to stop. The crash of stand glass, champagne spill. Smile big, just pretend you know the drill. Ring in the same old New Year. Choke down another beer. You're born, you're welcome. Make promises to the monsters in your thoughts. Take anything for it to stop. You're born, you're welcome. Make promises to the monsters in your thoughts. Take anything for it to stop. She fell in love with the movies. She broke her own heart nearly every night. Though her life was confusing, glamour in her eyes. Socializing was soothing. It felt right not being home at night. Though her life was confusing, you couldn't even tell that she was living a lie. In your thoughts, take anything for it to stop. The song is called To Clarity. Gonna be like walking upward and away from where you were headed. There's no light, no friends at first, but Once your eyes adjust to this new direction, you'll see us standing along the way, with helping hands pulling you up and away from those darker days. It was all fun and games. Believe me, I've been there before. Dreams coming from the lighthouse. Chin up, you won't be drowned. Hazy to clarity. What was lost can always be found. Beat down the doors of your dreams. Face those demons with ease. Prioritize those little things into the rest of your life. You're the greatest talent I know, before and after the show. But you can't take on the night alone. You can't always pick up the phone. Dreams coming from the lighthouse. Chin up, you won't be drowned. Hazy to clarity. What was lost can always be. Dreams coming from the lighthouse. Chin up, you won't be drowned. Dreams coming from the lighthouse. Chin up, you won't be drowned. Hazy to clarity. What was lost can always be found. Listening to you sleep as you twitch and smile makes me feel like we should do this for a while. I'll never know if I was worth your while. Just know I'm your shelter, your refuge. And when you open your eyes, I could feel you change. Tears rolling down your face, you said you felt 1,000,000 miles away. Fishing through the famine to keep ourselves from starving. Wishing we weren't treading water to keep from drowning. So many good times in our memories, and though our muscles high, we'll never stop swimming. And your kiss Hits my lips like a metaphorical meteor shower in the desert, causing canyons, but healing the broken earth. A river shedding love on this picturesque disaster. Hot pepper plants peer out, burnt out by the sun. As water spills from a cactus, drowning a scorpion, half-eaten by its lover, a quite common practice. Fishing through the famine to keep ourselves from starving, wishing we weren't treading water to keep from drowning. So many good times in our memories, and though our muscles tire, we'll never stop swimming. Fishing through the famine to keep ourselves from starving, wishing we weren't treading water to keep from drowning. So many good times in our memories, and though our muscles tire, we'll never stop swimming. We got two left for you. Both new to us. This one's called Better Days. A beam of light across my face, snowy nights and windy days. You call on me in too many ways. You blind my eyes with your holy gaze. Far from you, so far away. Far from me, I felt today. I felt you reach your hand on my back, wrench my heart and push me off track. Pray for better days. Whoa, 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 whoa. The game we worship each day is dead like the split ends on your face. You choose a path that can't sustain. Cut us up, let us fall, pray for better days. You're not the color, you're the stain. Don't be afraid to be afraid. You can't protect our static ways. Trends pre-curse a broken state. You can only move so far away. To greeting yourself, fight for space. Be the grace which understands the stakes. Pass or fail, my sweet human race. Pray for better days. Whoa, 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 whoa. Thank you. You got one more song. It's called Kaleidoscope. It's brand new, just like a bunch of the songs that we played tonight. We're looking forward to putting out an LP later this year. The heart breaks a million different ways. It feels so arbitrary even through all the loss and pain. Through her eyes, blue skies will always be gray. What will it take for her to try? Will she live before she dies? Born with a broken lens, a kaleidoscope of color, stark and bent. Her perspective is focused through this lens. Her heart broken from the start. Her mind is clear when it's filled with smoke. Her life is dear when she starts to choke. Another bump to feel in control as she starts a war with her body and soul. She blames me as she shapes me and fits me in her hold. It was never filled, only covered with the dead leaves of her soul. An endless void, electrifying and shaking the sum of her parts, scattered about, always picking up the pieces of her heavy heart. Her mind is clear when it's filled with smoke. Her life is dear when she starts to choke. Another bomb to feel in control as she starts a war with her body and soul. Is clear when it's filled with smoke. Her life is dear when she starts to choke. Another bump to feel in control as she starts a war with her body and soul. Thanks so much, Sound Series. Thank you so much, Sound Series. We're carrying torches.
True. I just can't help but say it. It's like a reflex. It really is. It's like a fart. I just can't hold it in. That's right. I don't. Are we live? I love how we're starting this off by telling a terrible "that's what she said" joke and farting. But anyway, I'm Jake LaMore or Jacques LaMore, known by either one, and Carrying Torches just got done playing for us live for the second sound series here in Kankakee or Kankakee, whichever you prefer. You know, if you've lived here long enough, it's Kankakee. But but anyway, I've known Carrying Torches. I almost said Toches. I don't know what Toches are.
I thought someone was being
Oh, maybe that's it. We're playing Mario Kart right now while doing this little hangout session. So who's who? That's what I want to know.
Justin is
Like-
King Boo. Taylor is Link. Phil is Peach.
Okay. Is anyone Yoshi? There's no Yoshi, is there? Man, I always choose Yoshi. What do you guys usually pick when you're playing Mario Kart? Like, who's your go-to character?
Oh, probably Yoshi. I don't know.
Yoshi? I don't know. Yeah, that's what I usually do too. Like, Yoshi is always my go-to.
Good go-to.
We should probably go in a line here and introduce everyone. So this is Justin.
I'm Justin. I'm losing at this game because I have these horrible paddles, but it's okay. I'm still gonna
Yeah.
win.
He's lead vocals and rhythm guitar.
Yes, and Misty on
Yeah.
now. Are we calling them keyboards because you have technically those are MIDIs, right? Or are
They're
they?
synthesizers.
They're synthesizers. Okay, there's so many terms that people throw around there, and there's actually differences between all of them.
Sure.
So I wasn't like I'm not up to par. So they are synth. They are synths.
Synths.
Okay. And then of course the infamous John Gray
Yep.
on
And
drums.
I play drums and I sing backup vocals.
Nice. And you always do an amazing job.
Oh, thanks.
And then next to John is Taylor.
Taylor plays lead guitar.
And then next to Taylor, we have Phil. And those guys, I don't want to bother them too much because they're like deep into this session of Mario Kart.
Yeah, they're into it.
I would love to ask, I should probably try asking Justin like the hardest questions while he's trying to do this. Are you losing right now?
I'm in ninth place,
You're nine.
and I'm so focused.
Are you at least beating like the.
Beating nobody. I'm an 8 now. I'm beating the computer a little bit. No.
Okay. Now,
Beating the computer.
a lot of songs played tonight were new songs that aren't even actually, the recordings aren't actually released yet. Because the last single was Champagne, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yes,
was
that's
released in January.
Yes, sir.
So there was did I keep track of 3 songs that were new tonight, or was there more than that?
Actually, it would be 4. We played 5 old ones and 5 new ones.
Wow.
Something old, something new.
Something borrowed, something.
You guys should have just played everything. Like your whole,
Should have.
Well,
you know.
we don't like to show our entire hand.
We do have 5 more.
I don't know. You did. I was gonna say you did throw out 4 new songs tonight.
We still have 5
See?
more, and the infinite number of songs yet to be written.
So let's talk about the latest single that people can actually go listen to right now on Spotify or wherever it is that they listen to music. So Champagne was the latest single, like we just said a minute ago, that is out. Now, Justin, you're the main lyricist.
Yes, sir.
And I always your content, your lyric content is always very fascinating to me because there's like with Champagne, like I'm trying to like pinpoint what the heck Champagne is about, and I always have like
Yeah.
some because like the song like Computer, I
Mhm.
feel like is pretty obvious, but
Right.
Champagne,
I mean, it kind of goes in like, there's some depth to it, but then there's also some lightness to it. So, so a song like Champagne, it kind of starts out like, almost like you're your own antagonist, kind of, and then it kind of goes into like a new year. Like, can you not be, and can you be a better person, and
kind of think happy thoughts and be more mentally stable, more healthy, whatever. So it kind of plays in like the tunnels of your mind, but then also in like the social simplicity of it as well. So yeah, it kind of has a little bit of a duality to it. But
So that's where the
typically how I
whole
write.
champagne thing comes in because
yeah, like
of
a
the
champagne
New Year
toast,
reference.
New
Yeah.
Year's. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you keep New Year's resolutions?
No, but I think as I've like gotten older or whatever, I just like start to know not to do that. And then just, if I want to make a change, just like try to work towards it and don't say anything about it. Like don't hold myself to it. Like hold myself to it, but only to myself. Don't
Yeah.
don't make it like a big
I-
declaration. Like I'm going to do this. Like
Yes.
none of that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Just like to me, make myself better, whatever
Mhm.
it may be. That's kind of how I do that kind of thing. But
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I read something, and I wish I could remember where it was. That this study was saying that if you actually post like a New Year's resolution or something along those lines on social media, you're more apt to follow through
really,
with it than
People can call you
I mean,
out.
but I feel like it depends though on what that resolution
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
What's it about?
depends on the content of the resolution.
Yeah,
for
because
sure.
obviously, like some resolutions are extremely personal, and you don't
Yeah.
want to, you
Yeah.
don't want to post that online.
for sure.
You know?
I
don't know.
mean, like in the last year, like half a year or so, I've kind of like made a choice to work out, and
Yeah.
but I've just made that like a personal thing that I'm just gonna add that to my life. It's not gonna be everyone's gonna know about it. That's gonna be my thing, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it. So yeah, I think maybe I work differently than some people, but for me, it's just better to make it like a personal resolution, just between me or whatever. But
I completely agree. How about Misty or John? Do you keep New Year's resolutions since we're on the whole champagne talk right now? Champagne toast.
I guess I try to always like have micro goals within macro goals to
we're old.
Yeah,
and I don't
pretty much
know-
same.
I honestly don't know about sharing too much on social media, whether it's an
Uh-huh.
accountability issue or not. But I'm just like try to be a more private person and keep media positive. If I see another person with a goal or resolution, I'll certainly like it if that helps them get there. But odds are I wouldn't post
But
myself.
yeah, post it
Yeah.
online. Yeah.
That's just me.
How about John?
I personally usually don't have whatsoever, but I just try to be a better person every year. That's about it.
Be like, get better at drums. Oh wait, I'm
Yeah.
already amazing at drums.
Oh, thanks, buddy. You're
Yeah.
very sweet.
Oh, done with that one.
You're
You
very
know.
sweet. Thank you.
Well, you're literally one of the best drummers to be in Kankakee, like
Oh,
in
thanks,
the in the area. It's amazing to like just see. I don't know. What's so weird is I think back to your days in Pilgrims, like when
Yeah.
we were both either late teens or 20s, or I know you and I are like 4 years apart or something like that. So
Yeah, I think 40.
but even like then compared to now, it's still like God. He's always been good. Like it's like when did he
Thanks,
like
man.
he never sucked. Like right?
And it's
'Cause he never
funny.
stopped.
My first tour was with your brother actually in feature presentation.
Yeah.
First time I ever went on a long tour was with your bro.
That is right. And so bringing that up, how did that play into? Was it just like that was?
It kind of changed my life actually.
Mhm.
After seeing how it was done, sort of, I booked Pilgrim's first tour after filling in for a feature. But it definitely changed my life. Some of the funnest shows in my life, most interesting, definitely.
yeah. Because did you tour in a minivan? Was that right?
Yeah, on and off. Yeah,
Because I can relate. Because that's what the projection did. We
Yeah,
we
yeah.
toured in my minivan.
yeah. Minivan, Astrovan.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, my parents' Chrysler, whatever the minivan version of that was.
Caravan, Chrysler. That's all in the same family. Right,
Windstar.
Windstar is Ford.
I love
Why? It's on the tip of my tongue and I just can't say it. I'll think of it later. I guess it doesn't really matter, but it's
It doesn't matter.
it's besides the point. Yeah, they're actually a sponsor of this live stream, and now they're pulling their sponsorship.
What
There
about
it goes.
Van Morrison?
Van Morrison? That works. That would be a cool name for a
Mini
a
Van
tour
Morrison.
Van. Yeah.
It's the Morrison by Chrysler.
It's not. I was joking.
So with Champagne, what's coming next? Is it just going to continue to be a series of singles that you'll be releasing, or because I almost wonder at this point, I feel like there's going to come to a point where people get tired of the singles.
We're
And
recording.
even the bands themselves. I was talking to a manager the other day who manages a bunch of artists, and he was talking about how much there's almost more work behind putting out singles than there actually is doing an EP or an album.
I mean, there's benefits to all processes of release, and again, the Great Reset. Everything is different. Releasing singles gives people content when there's been a big lapse, without the pressure of like doing a whole album. We now have the content, thanks to the pandemic, actually, to come out with an LP. So we'll be doing that, but we will be releasing singles off the LP.
Right.
So it's kind of all the same thing, but the classification is different.
I was just thinking with the pandemic,
Mhm.
completely shutting out shows, if we're almost going to see like a comeback. Not that the album ever went away,
You're-
but I'm wondering.
There will be a swell on that.
There's been a little bit of a speakeasy down low scene the whole time for people who don't care. Not that we really participated in it, but it's out there. And then like you just want people to feel safe. Live streams give people that option, wherever everybody's comfortability is at. You're vaccinated, you had corona, whatever.
Mhm.
I really don't want to talk about it too much.
no, we don't. We don't have to get into all the. We don't have to get into all the gist on that. But yeah, I almost wonder with artists having more time on their hands writing that if that
Mhm.
we're going to see more albums now, especially this year.
I think so.
Oh yeah.
I think so, big time.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, we've written more than ever.
So when's the next?
No, don't drop the
I didn't.
So when
named
is
it.
the next single?
Well,
Is it
we
gonna be
enter
one-
the recording studio on April 8th, so if
Okay.
that gives you any, the
Yeah, so we got a
we
little bit.
loosey goosey dates. I can't promise you anything, but it will be 2021.
Okay, cool. And I know the studio. You've been recording actually with Taylor, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's the lead guitarist now?
You want to talk about the studio, buddy? I'm trying to get his first place. That's why I'm having him talk.
Taylor, what's so cool about your studio is that it's in the old building of WKAN, the radio station.
And that's
Yeah.
where our rehearsal space
And-
is too.
That's where your rehearsal space is too. And I just think that's having a radio background. I think
Honestly,
that's
I
so cool.
kind of wish I had the back room where the actual radio broadcast went, but thanks, Jake.
It's still cool, though.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it's cool. I don't know, but
I think
Um,
everybody else is pretty stoked to not have to haul the gear very far.
yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Across the street.
So besides carrying torches, who else has been coming through your door?
Actually been doing some just like 4-track cassette, like analog to digital conversion stuff with the Whittingtons, which has been a ton of fun. Been working with Basic Shaper. We're in the middle of mixing right now. And we did Blake Whittington's album.
Okay.
Working with bands that are in that space.
Yeah.
It makes it kind of easy.
Easy for everybody who lives
Yeah.
there, so to speak.
I would imagine. So since you have the studio and you are working with artists that are in Kankakee, right? Some of these people, or all of these people, are they in?
Yeah, they're all
The
from
area?
like the same building,
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
A little community.
Yeah.
pretty much.
That's awesome. It's just, I feel like Carrying Torches is one of like the only bands I see or hear about in Kankakee. So like, what are some other ones that you can fill us in on?
I guess airplane radio practice is in our space, which I didn't even realize until Kelsey told me who those dudes were that I always saw in the hallway. But Biso and friends are out there. Matt
Biso and friends are
Shipley,
awesome.
the Whittingtons again. Basic Shaper. Who else? Who am I missing? Matt Yates,
And then Eric Swanson.
Eric Swanson, and those guys. Like
They're really talented.
they are.
And they're
Everybody
fresh
is.
back to the scene.
Yeah.
They're like in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, speaking of airplane radio, I didn't even know they were still around, like until they
Yeah. I can't
were brought up because they were around when I was playing shows.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that they had, they were still, which is awesome because I feel like obviously we all grew up in the same scene, so we've seen so many bands come and go. They don't stick around. Everyone grows up and moves on, right? and the thought of having an original band is just it's gone.
The things we've seen in the scene.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
well,
I was born to pun.
what's that?
Great
born
job,
to
Misty. Oh, come on now.
What's that?
Oh, yeah.
She's hilarious.
How's this game of
I
Mario
am.
Kart going? We haven't talked about that in a while.
It's good, man. I'm actually kind of getting the hang of it. This ghost is gonna. It's good. The ghost is gonna maybe get. I got second last time. I think I'm gonna get first this time. So I'm working on it. I haven't played Mario Kart in 15 years, so
It's been a long time for me too.
I don't know how long it's been, but I don't even. Yeah, it's a long lot of years. Good.
Oh, John, you're playing now. I didn't realize that. Oh yeah, because Taylor's got the mic. We
John
haven't
is
heard.
at last.
We haven't heard from
Not
Phil
doing too
yet.
bad.
Phil Hoover. So.
Philly cheesesteak.
Do you really like Philly cheesesteak? Yeah.
Yes.
Have you had legitimate Philly, like from Philadelphia?
No. One day I will travel out there.
Yeah, man. Should do it. Gino's, I think, is that's at least the one time I was in Philadelphia is where I went was Gino's.
Gino's is the spot.
Apparently, that's one of the big spots. But people will argue with you on that.
You get
So
there and there's like 77 Genos.
I think
Exactly.
Jake talking about.
but Phil, before joining Carrying Torches, and you probably still are doing. You had a solo thing going on, right?
Well, actually, I am in the process of writing my third album right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Prairie State.
Prairie State. That's my stage name.
Right. I was gonna say I should probably say Prairie State instead of.
Yeah. The deal with the Prairie State is that it's like my own music, my solo project. I write pretty much 100% of the stuff. Usually I collaborate with a drummer, but because of what's going on in the world right now, I took it upon myself to approach my third album differently, and I'm going to play all of the instruments for a demo version, and then I'll seek out musicians to help bring it to life. The probably won't be out until around next year, so.
I want to hear you play drums because I've never heard you play drums. I've heard you play guitar. I've heard you play bass now, and sing, obviously.
Yeah, but the demo version will have me playing drums on it, but
Yeah.
as far as when the actual album comes out, I'll probably either have John or Matt or one of the other drummers in the area, because I feel like they could execute better what I want, what I would want.
Well, it is hard to beat John or Matt. So,
Yeah, Matt's a great drummer.
yes.
Yeah, but yeah, Prairie State album probably 2022.
Awesome.
So.
Now this it was a second EP that you had released before, or that was the last release, right? You had an EP, wasn't it?
Well, I released an EP a couple years ago, and then I released 2 full lengths, and my second full length can be found on Spotify, on iTunes, all of that stuff. So.
Okay. I remember really liking that EP from a couple years ago. I guess I must have missed the the albums?
Oh yeah, the Prairie State isn't as active as like all the other as all the other bands in the area, but like starting next year, it's gonna be once the third album comes out, there's gonna be music videos, live performances, the whole shebang. So.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to that. So, what else do you guys want to touch on? Misty's thinking about this. I wish I could see a screen if there was anyone that actually has questions or things they want to ask you guys. I don't know. Oh, do you? I should have.
Yeah.
I should have pulled it up.
Is there any like activity?
Any questions?
Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say I think that's why I didn't pull out my phone was because the service was so bad here. Is it? Oh, okay. Thank you. I like your. So that was another thing. You got Justin, John, and Phil. They all have track suit. Oh, he's the.
Track.
That's right.
He
He's
was
the
the
coach.
coach.
This is a tracksuit also.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm. Uh oh. Backlash. You got to shout out Sophie. Okay.
Hi, Sophie.
I need to shout out to my 1.5-year-old niece Ava.
Aw.
You killing it, and you're gonna run the world someday. Here.
Oh, that's so sweet. So sweet. It was so weird that Carrying Torches tonight, you were the first live band I've seen since the pandemic started. And it was so weird between the songs not to hear like people clapping or like Freebird, all that BS.
For us too.
You know. For you. They just say, John, drum solo.
Yeah, right. Keep it going, Johnny.
No, it was weird. When we were rehearsing, we were trying to rehearse like we were playing live,
Yeah.
even though we knew we weren't playing in front of anyone. So it's really interesting, different. But no, we're very happy to be here and very excited to be able to do something. We wanted to just play live.
We're playing next. Sorry, I just had like a harebrained thought while he was talking. I'm holding this microphone crazy too. I'm like, hey guys.
Hold it like look like you're holding a cigar over here.
I got microphone tricks going on. No, we're playing a show next Saturday at the library bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're doing a full band show
in
there.
the library.
In the
bar?
library, yeah.
Man,
9 to 11.
I was gonna say that's like one of the.
We're gonna
small-
play really quiet.
Safe behavior encouraged.
Yeah, obviously,
Yeah.
after everything everyone's been through,
Yes.
obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Exactly.
9 to 11, and it's gonna be fun. We're gonna play a 2-hour set straight through and play a few covers and a lot of new ones, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it.
What covers do you guys prefer to play?
We've changed with lineups. It's just I'm not trying to sound like weird, but I'm just not really a cover person. So
Right.
like I kind of let whoever just kind of input what they want, and then like if like Phil wants to do and sing a couple or whatever, we just kind of go with the flow. We've tried like Lumineers covers and stuff, and it doesn't work out very well. But we still try them because I like that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
but Carrying Torches just isn't that. So
Yeah.
we've had some luck with a Lord Huron cover. We've tried Johnny Cash. Again, it doesn't work. My music taste maybe doesn't reflect well as a covers for this band. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just kind of like we just kind of come up with it as a band and figure it out.
Yeah. Well, to me, when Carrying Torches started and you were the front man, it was so weird to me. Just because knowing you
Yeah.
from the days when I first met you in the scene,
Yeah, like the
you were doing
metal guitar.
guitar and
Yeah.
hardcore
Yeah.
stuff, and then to see that you were in this band, I'm
Yeah.
like, and singing, I'm like, oh, he's not like screaming.
Oh
or-
shit.
It was like he's like
What's he doing?
right. It was
Someone needs to talk to him.
but I was really impressed.
It's honestly taken some time, and it's taken a lot of time to get to take shape for the sound to take shape how we intended, 4 years ago, whatever we started, So it's for me, it was a new venture, a totally new thought that I maybe could do that. And honestly, John and Misty and these guys over here, the hired help. And I'm just kidding. I'm totally joking. We love you guys. Please, you guys can be part of the circle. Anyway, no, but back to my point. John and Misty, like they've cultivated me a lot and tried to constantly say, hey, maybe you shouldn't be so raspy or so like much here, or, and they're gentle about it, but you kind of learn like, okay, like I need to continue to better myself and try to learn how to use my registers and whatever. So yeah, it's just taken some time, but it's honestly been like a really fun. That part for me has been a really fun, just learning curve, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We all make each other better. It's nice when it works out that way because even these guys like push us, and when it works, it's a beautiful thing and it's a rare thing and it's something I'm grateful for.
So Justin, when you're when like John or Misty, well, we'll say John. Say John gives you a pointer on how you should be singing. Do you say is your response like, well, quit trying to be Travis Barker, John? Like,
no, actually, my wife and I were listening to Enema of the State, like last Sunday while we were cleaning the house, and I'm just like, John can literally play every single one of these songs like front to back, like without missing a freaking cymbal. I'm like, that is so, and that's like he adds so much depth to that band, like Travis Barker to Blink-182.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, it's like how it's prodigy, in that sense. But
that record borderline taught me how to drum because I learned how to play drums on chairs before I had a drum set, and I would play through Enema of the State. And like, people were like, "What are you doing?" But what
he knew.
Were they metal chairs? That would probably really piss off your
they were
parents.
wooden.
Oh, okay, the wooden chairs.
God bless my parents. Let me do that at a young age, and then got my first drum set. And then Enema of the State was one of my first records that I drummed to. Actually, I had like a boom box behind me or something, and would just play along to the whole record.
Yeah.
And then Mark Tom and Travis show as well.
Mm-hmm.
Felt like a live, just like this. Like it felt like a live setting.
I had a drum set in my room too, but I couldn't play that well. So I think my parents even deserve probably a bigger round of applause for dealing with me.
Did you start as a drummer?
I did.
You started as a drummer, yeah.
I did.
That's
I
so
did.
funny.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I sucked at it.
No, he doesn't suck at it. He plays with his left hand on his hi-hat.
Yeah, I'm a lefty.
Didn't you, John? Didn't you and Phil and someone else do a Blink set once?
Yeah, our friend Ryan Lauterbach, Phil, and I did a Blink-182 cover band right after Pilgrims broke up at a Halloween show, and we dressed up like Mark, Tom, and Travis. It was fun.
Respectfully, I did all the Mark songs, and Ryan did all the Tom songs.
That makes sense. Yeah, I was gonna say because
It's got to come from the right part of the stage, like bass playing, singing the Hoppus
right.
songs.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know. Probably your voice probably works better for Mark, right?
You can do both.
You can do both.
I can do both, but John says I can pretty much nail the Mark impression.
You can nail
So,
Mark.
okay, so let's talk about that. How does one impersonate Mark Hoppus?
I listen whenever I listen to Blink-182, I tend to listen, and maybe it's because Mark's a bass player, but whenever I'm listening to Blink, I primarily listen to the Mark songs, and I'm not gonna do it here, but
Oh man,
sorry.
Come on,
No, but,
man.
like, how do you? I mean,
mean,
is there
Mark-
like some certain tricks?
Well,
You
I
know?
mean, Mark's range it's pretty limited for the most part, and I've been listening to Blinks and like for a very long time, so it's easier to like once you're like listening to something over and over and over and over again, it's easy to emulate it. So
It's so funny talking about that because I feel like more or less people imitate Tom than they do. You know what I mean? Mark, and because
I feel like Mark's the better singer.
I agree with you, but I guess it's just because Tom's
He's got a nasally
Yeah.
tone.
Yeah, the way.
Sorry.
Yeah, the way tonight, night. Yeah, just and
That's what he tells his wife when he doesn't mow the lawn. Sorry.
I honestly think that's one of the best.
you realize
love
you have a
songs
mic
ever
in
written.
your hand.
Oh, sorry.
I was just thinking of what Kelsey must be thinking and
Thinking.
saying back there.
They're
No
laughing.
one needed to hear that anyway. That was a outtake.
But yeah, you never hear. I guess it's just because Mark actually sounds normal, and Tom. Well, when it comes to like, he doesn't have like, I guess, an accent like Tom.
Like a British punk rock, yeah, California
Right. Yeah.
punk rock accent.
Fake accent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Speaking of which,
get-
we would love to be on Pop Punk and Pizza.
Yes. Well, and you have twice,
Yeah, come on.
but that's
Yeah.
been. That was what 2017,
Yeah, it was a long time
I
ago.
think. So
Basement.
in my parents'
Before the
basement.
apocalypse.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll have to have you. I would like to have you guys on Kankakee podcast, which is
Yeah,
not
that's what you're
launched
saying.
yet.
Yeah.
But I would like to have you on that podcast since you've not been on that one yet.
Yeah.
And you are from Kankakee, so.
Yeah, that'd be
But,
so perfect.
But yeah,
Just makes sense. Yep.
I have no idea how long we're supposed to go for.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that myself.
Yeah. Okay. They're giving us the what's that?
Yeah.
There's 3. Well, thank you to the 3 people that have been watching.
Thanks, 3 people.
There's 2.
All right.
Who are- I think we've overstayed our welcome.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was
'cause
like, how long are we
mi-
supposed to go for? Because there was no.
Elsie just clicked on.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm
From-
joking.
Well, thank you to everyone for watching and watching the the live performance of Carrying Torches and hanging out with us afterwards. Now, Carrying Torches, I know music is everywhere: Spotify, Apple Music, all that stuff. And obviously, more things to come
Yeah.
as usual in 2021. And Sound Series, it will continue next month, if I'm not mistaken, April 24th with Gamma Goat. So,
It's my birthday.
yeah.
I'll be here just because it's gonna be my birthday.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm joking.
Oh, it's gonna be my birthday. No, so.
I'm just here. You know.
So yeah, that's the next Sound Series. So thank you to Sound Series. Yes, Kelsey,
Yeah.
Kelsey,
Ryan,
Zach.
Zach, for having all
you.
of us out.
Thank you, man.
Hey, no
Appreciate you
problem. I'm
for
Thank you,
dealing with
Jake.
us, man.
No, I love you
Love you.
guys. Known
Love you, buddy.
known you guys for so long, and it's great to just catch up. It's pandemic. I mean, we haven't been able. No one's
No.
really been able to hang out. Like this is the first time I've actually hung out probably with anyone in
Yeah.
person
And like, yeah.
that wasn't my family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sorry for you.
So,
Yeah, sorry.
We're super stoked, but sorry for you.
I was super stoked. So yeah, thank you for having me out here, and thank you guys again for playing tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sound Series. Thank you, Kelsey.
Sound serious?
Brian.